Hi everyone, welcome to Fun Fold Friday. My name is Barry and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based here in the UK. So it basically means if you like anything you see us use, you can purchase the stuff from us. Or if you like anything else Stampin' Up! Related, you can shop with us. Links to our online shop can be found down below in the description if you would like to. Please remember to give us a thumbs up if you are enjoying what you are seeing. Like and subscribe to our channel for any future updates and future videos. We release several live videos a week and obviously this Fun Fold Friday every Friday. Today I'm going to be playing with the gorgeous Hydrangea Haven stamp set right here, and I'm going to pair that with the Hydrangea dies, which is these ones right here. These can be found on page 109 of the current annual catalogue, so the May 2021 to April 2022 catalogue can be found on page 109. And they come as a bundle. So if you buy the stamp set and the dies together, they come under one product number right here, so 159519. They come under a product bundle thing, and you get 10% discount if you buy them together under that one product code. So page 109 out of the new May 21 to April 2022 catalogue. The project I'm going to be making for you today is a fold flat box card. Something I've seen again being done several times before, so it's nothing new. Basically, it is new to me. I've never made one before, and that's why I'm doing these Fun Fold Friday series, to just so I can play more with some fancy folds and then hopefully encourage some of you to and have a go as well, and hopefully make it a little bit easier for you to understand if you have seen something and gone, oh, I wish I know how that was made. Hopefully I can maybe simplify that a little bit for you and give you the encouragement and the motivation to have a go yourself. Again, with that in mind, if there are any requests, any particular fun folds you would like to see, please pop us an email to barryandj@mitosucrafts.com, or pop a comment in the description or in the comments down below with a fold you would like to see. I will research it. If I can do it, I will hopefully eventually get around to doing it. So yes, please send us your requests. That would be much appreciated. And obviously it means I can bring you stuff which you want to see as well. I am also going to be using the papers. So the papers I'm going to be using are from the Hydrangea Hill Designer Series paper pack. Now this, at the moment, at the time of recording, is going to be retiring. So they are on a while stocks last basis. But the stamp set is staying, which is great. Really happy about that. So these are some of the papers here. So some of them have only got bits and pieces left, so we've used quite a lot of them. So you've got a nice stripy pattern here, and you've got this nice colourful pattern the other side. I think this would be ideal for some die cutting because it would then give you some natural texture on it. This is such an easy, a lovely design, so simple. You can make some nice simple cards. Snip these down, pop a sentiment in there. You've got a really, really simple card with that one. And a nice plain background there. This is beautiful. Get some die cutting going on this one here, and that's the back side. This one there, that one, and this one here. So you get two of each design, and that one. So there, I think that's all of the designs. I would say we have used some of them, but that's our offcuts on what we have left. So, and it's a really lovely paper. So again, that is on a while stocks last basis now. So if you are interested in that, like I say, remember, links to our online shop can be found down below in the description. So good, so let's crack on with today's fold flat box card. I'm gonna go through the measurements. I will be doing the measurements in inches for this. I will pop them down below in the description as well. And keep an eye out for the blog post. I will try and write a blog post with the, so you can easily reference the video again, and also reference some more pictures, and the measurements will be over there. Okay, so just keep an eye out for those all down below. Good, so let's crack on, have fun, enjoy, and yes, let's get started. Okay, so what you will need first of all is you will need some A4 cardstock, and you're going to need to cut this down to 8 1/4 by 10. So if you live, obviously if you've got the UK size A4, that is fine for you because it's already 8 1/4 this side. All you need to do is just cut it off at 10 inches this side here. Everywhere else you just need to just cut it down, so it will work on everyone's pieces of paper. So that is 8 1/4 by 10. You will need 2 pieces here, some basic whites. They will need to be cut down to 1 1/4 by 5, and you'll need 2 of those ones there. You will need 2 pieces of your chosen designer series paper. These ones here will need to be 1 5/8 by 4 7/8. So you will need 2 of those. And you will need another layer here as well, which is going to be on the inside. And this is going to be 2 3/4 by 5 inches. So that's what you need to make this card. Okay, so not much supplies needed. You'll also need a bit of scrap paper, obviously in the cutting machine as well, if you're going to be using the dies and stamping the center elements. So we're just going to take the cardstock here, which was 8 1/4 by 10, and what we're going to do is we're going to pop this in our scorer or our trimmer, which has also got the ability to score as well. Remember, these trimmers have got the ability to cut and to score. We've got 2 blades on them. Just make sure you move your cutting blade out the way before you do this. I did that on my prototype and cut all the way through it instead of scoring, so just be aware of that one. We're going to line the cardstock up here. So this is gorgeous grape. If you're wondering what colour I've used, this is a gorgeous grape cardstock. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop it in the trimmer along the long edge, so this edge here, and we're going to line this up at 2 inches. Okay, and I'm going to then just score this down at 2. I'm then going to take that to 3 1/2 inches. So I'll read these off in centimetres as well at the same time, which is 5.1 centimetres. 3 1/2 inches, which will be 8.9 centimetres. 6 1/2 centimetres, which will be 16 1/2 centimetres. And then 8 inches, which will be 20.3. Okay, so I'm going to go through those again. I've got a funny feeling I may have said someone got a bit confused on there. So I'm just going to go through. So that was 2 inches, 3 1/2 inches, 6 1/2 inches, and 8 inches. And that in centimetres is 5.1, 8.9, 16.5, and 20.3. Okay. Then I'm going to then turn it round, and then I'm going to score on the short edge. So I'm just popping the short edge along the top here, and I am going to score this at 1 1/2 inches on both sides. So take it to 1 1/2 inches, and then score that there, and then do exactly the same this side here, 1 1/2 inches, and then score. 1 1/2 inches is going to be 3.8 centimetres. Okay, that there is your pieces. Okay, so we'll fold and burnish this right now. I always like to fold and burnish mine so the raised parts, so these parts here are always on the inside of the card. So I've just turned it over because you've got this one here where it's indented, and you've got this one where it is raised. Now I always like to put these raised parts on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to fold everything here. So first things first, I'm going to fold the inner one, fold and burnish, and then do that one over there, fold and burnish. I'm going to do the sides and the sides. Okay, now the reason I haven't done this one right here is I want to then actually fold this one back on itself. So I'm just going against what I just said, and I'll do this one here, fold it back on itself, so it's the opposite way to everything else. Okay, so you've got something which looks like this, which has now started to create to form your box. Okay, good. We're going to take some scissors now, and what we want to do, we're going to take some scissors, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut away this square right here. We're going to cut all the way up to the second one, and then we're going to then take a little bit away here. So So basically we're going to take away all of this chunk here and on all 4 sides. So grab yourself your snips. So cut along your score line to the second score line. Remove this whole piece here, plus a little bit more. So we're just going to take this down to just above halfway on that tab to create ourselves a tab. And then we will then just notch this in and then just notch it in a little bit. Okay, and you want to do that on all 4 sides. So you're going to do that on there, here, bring that down. So you're going to do that here, here, and here. Okay. So that there is now what you will be ending up with. So it should resemble something like this. And what we want to do is we want to pop a pencil line. Now this is one of the good things about this trimmer, is that we can use this channel here, but you will need to have a sharp pencil so you can then pop your pencil in this channel and then draw a line on your cardstock. So what we want to do is, this here is 3 inches. So we want to find the center of this, which is obviously going to be 1.5 inches, and then pop a pencil mark on there. So I'm just going to pop this in at 1.5 inches. I've folded over this flap so it's easy for me to see the 1.5 inches. I can line that score line up on the 1.5. Put my trimmer down, and then I'm just going to pop a pencil line at the top here and at the bottom down here. So now we found the center parts. We found the center part here of both of these sides. So one there and one over this side. All right. Now we want to score. So make sure you to get rid of your cutting blade. Bring your score in again. And we need to score from that corner part, so that's that center part down to the corner part here. So the best thing to do is to fold this bit over to reveal the corner a bit better. Line that pencil mark up with a center track, and then line that corner up down here with the center track. Bring over and then score. Okay. So if I can bring that in a little bit closer to you, I've just moved it but can you see what I've done there? Pencil mark up and then line it up and then score it through, and then do exactly the same the opposite side. So we can then open that bit, reveal that corner, in, corner to center mark, and then score, and then do that on the bottom part as well. So there you have it. So you've got your score lines on that side, and you've got your score lines now on this side here, so which is good. Now what we want to do is we want to fold these in on itself, or ideally actually is we can fold this over like this, then fold it back, and then bring these bits over like so. So let's do that again for you. So bring this over in on itself, fold that back that way, fold that back that way, and then fold your tabs in and fold your tabs in. Okay, that then kind of creates your box. Get your bone folder, just get those all nice and crisp. So I'll just show you that one more time. So you had it like this, come on over, and then fold back on itself, fold back on itself, fold that one in, and fold that one in. Do exactly the same the other side, fold in, fold over, fold back, fold over, fold over. So then they will then be on the inside of the box. That's what you should end up looking like. Okay, Good. So we're not going to stick that down yet. What we're going to do now is we're going to utilize this, make it easier to decorate this whilst it is flat. So you will, if you've prepared your stuff, you will have your center part, which will go in like this. And then you can then stick your designer series paper to your basic white layers here. And then they are then going to go on these bits here. So what you need to be aware of though, is if you have got a pattern which is flowing like this is here, make sure you pop them round the correct way, because when this closes up, you want them to come and join in the middle. Okay, so again, just be aware of that. If you have got your pattern, when it closes, everything looks seamless. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and stick this one into the center, stick these bits to the basic white, and then stick them to those panels right there. There we go. So that size piece now stuck to the card. Whilst I am gonna just let that dry up and set, I'm gonna do my stamping for my element. So I'm gonna be taking the hydrangea stamp right here, so which has got the head and the stem on it. Gonna have the innie part, which is gonna give me the color on the head. I've got my innie part, which is gonna give me the color for the petals, and I have got myself my sentiment right here. All right, so the colors I'm going to use is I'm going to be using Highland Heather for the innie part here, and I'm going to be using Old Olive for the innie part of the petals and also for the outline of the flower as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink this up. So just tap it down a couple of times, transfer the ink over, and then push down firmly onto your bit of paper. Hold it in for a couple of seconds just to let the ink absorb into the paper, and then you can then remove. Okay, so that's what the outline image looks right there. Then what I'm going to do is, whilst I've got the Old Olive open again, I'm going to be doing the same with the innie part. So this is a bigger stamp, there's more surface area, so you're going to pick up more, so make sure that this is nice and juicy and is well covered. Line this up over the top, and then push down. So these are distinctive sets as well, so when I release this, it's not going to be a smooth smooth coverage. It's going to look patchy, and that's designed that way so that it actually gives some natural texture to your stamped image, and they're not designed as well to actually be a perfect fit inside, so when you go over the edges, it's more forgiving. Okay, so pop those two to one side, and then I will then take my innie, and what I'm going to do is I'm also going to grab myself a post-it note, because I want to do some second generation stamping here, because the first generation is a little bit too dark in my opinion, so I just need to make it a little bit lighter. So I'm going to go second generation. So I ink this up, I will take off the first lot of ink, and then I will then put the second lot of ink on top like that, and it just gives me a lighter shade of it, and it doesn't hide any of the detail on the stamping. I'm going to just show you, because on the back of this is the one where I have done it with the first generation. So this is second generation, that there is first generation. So second and first. Every time I do that I feel like an optician. Second one better, first one better. Here you go. My sense of humour. Just ignore me, please. All right, so I'm going to go with the second one, because I think it gives me more detail on the actual head of that flower compared to the first one. There, it's a little bit too dark for my liking. Okay, lovely. Remember to clean your stamps in between. So I use the Stampin' Scrub. Jay likes to use the chamois, but I like Stampin' Scrub. So you just spritz it with some of the solution, clean it one side, and then dry it the next. So clean, dry, clean, dry. Okay. And what I'm also going to do is I would do this on a scrap bit of paper, because I'm going to use the dies to cut these out. So I'm going to be using this one here for that one, and I'm going to use this rectangle one for the sentiment, so that can go down like that. So what I would do is, to give me a rough idea, pop that down like so. Grab my Highland heather here. I'm going to use the word congrats. And then I will then just pop that in the middle like that. And then I know that I've got enough room there to actually cut, and I've not wasted any paper. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to die cut those ones, and then we will then pop them onto the inside of the card. That's those two pieces ready to then get stuck inside the card. So what we need to do first though is I want to just think about my positioning. So I'm going to have that go in like this, and then I'm going to have my sentiment, I think, go over the leaves just like that. All right, so let's just stick the whole thing down first. I'm not going to use any dimensionals on the inside of the card because I don't want to add any additional height to the inside, because it's going to close down, because obviously I want it to close flat in the side when it's done. And just pop that centrally in the middle of the card there. So you can pop any sentiment you like on this. And there we have it. All right, so that's the card decorated. So now it's just the construction side of it. So all you want to do is just bring these back down again, and bring that fold over and that flap over, and pop some glue on the back of this. And the same on this one right here. Do the same over here, down and down. Some glue on the back of this. Just be careful with the amount of glue and how close you're getting to the edges, because you don't want it to splodge out too much. And then if it splodges out, then it's going to then stick to the rest of the card, and it's going to struggle to open up. So just be careful with that. If you've got a little bit too much, just spread it out with your finger. It's only glue, you can wipe it off. Okay. And the reason I've done it is, you can either take this step by step. The reason I've done it this way is because I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring this over. And that over. Fold that flat, bring that over, and that over. Fold that flat. And we'll just hold that as closed for a second. You can see what I mean by making sure that the front of your card is also the pattern flows. And that's that. So don't do it too much too soon, because it just needs to completely set up, but you get the idea of it there. That's how it's closed, and then it opens up, and it then stands up like a box card, so then you can then still see everything on the inside as well. And I think that's a really, really smart, fun fold card. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed that this evening. Please remember to give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, like and share our channel. We would really appreciate that. Please leave us some comments down below in the description as well. Please let us know what more, if there's any other fun folds you would like us to do for Fun Fold Friday. I will pop them on the list and see what we can do for you. If you have a go at this as well, please share with us. You can join our private Facebook group. So it's the Crafty Stampers. You can come in there, you can come and join us, you can come and share your makes, you can come and chat with everyone. It's a nice little crafty community. We've got very small, but the more the merrier. You're very welcome. So again, thank you very much for joining us. I will see you again next week for Fun Fold Friday, if not before on one of our lives. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now. Bye.